Ansible, the automation tool that lets you manage hundreds or even thousands of servers without losing your mind. Imagine this scenario. You are at your desk and suddenly a Slack notification pops up. It is your manager. Hey, can you update a firewall rule in one of the servers? Easy, right? You log in, make the change, and test it. You message back, all good, change applied. You feel like a boss. He replies, perfect. Now, can you do it in the other 127 servers of the infrastructure? And suddenly, you don't feel like a boss anymore. Let's talk about Ansible. My name is Diego, I'm a networks and systems engineer based in Paris, and I like breaking down tech concepts into simple and visual explanations. If you want to see more videos like this one, feel free to subscribe, and that's all. Back to the video. When managing just one or two servers, manual changes might seem fine. But as your infrastructure grows, this becomes unsustainable. That's where Ansible comes in. Ansible is an open source automation tool that helps you manage and configure servers at scale. It uses simple, human-readable configuration files called Playbooks to define the tasks that we want to perform in each server. At its core, Ansible is built around three main things: inventory, playbooks, and modules. Let's start with the inventory file. In this example, we define a group called web servers, and then we list two IPs. This could be VMs, cloud instances, or basically anything that you can access via SSH. Now Ansible will know every time you say web servers, you mean these two machines. Now let's move on to the playbook. This is where we tell Ansible what we want it to do. First, we say which group of servers we want to target. It will go and search for that group in the inventory. In this case, we are targeting the group of servers that we just created. For this example, as we are modifying our firewall, we need sudo permissions. So we ask Ansible to run the next command as root. It is like saying become root. Then comes the task list. This is where the real work happens. Here, we are giving it just one task: accept TCP connections on port 443. Basically, open HTTPS traffic in the firewall. As you can see, we are using the UFW module, which manages the firewall on Ubuntu. Modules are like mini tools that Ansible uses to get stuff done. There are modules for users, files, packages, services, cloud providers, Docker, Kubernetes, basically everything. When you are using a module, you don't write the specific command for your task. You describe the desired objective, and Ansible figures out how to get there. For example, in this case, if we wanted to add this rule directly on the machine, we will need to execute a specific command. But since we are using an Ansible module, we just describe the desired objective like this, and the module will do its job, and that's it. You just created your first automation using infrastructure as code. You write it once, a few lines of YAML, and Ansible does the rest. Ansible has some cool features. First, it is agentless. We don't need to install anything in the target nodes. The machine that is running Ansible, normally known as the control node, connects over SSH, runs the tasks, and disconnects. Second, Ansible is idempotent. You can run the same playbook 10 times on the same server and nothing is going to break. Ansible checks and compares the current configuration before applying the new one, and it only applies changes if something is actually different. This is to avoid unnecessary work. Basically, it prevents applying the same thing over and over. And third, that I like a lot, Ansible supports check mode, a way to simulate changes without actually applying them. So let's make a quick summary. You can make one server change manually. Easy, no problem, but doing that on more than 100 servers, that's impossible. That's where Ansible comes in. You define your servers in an inventory, then you write your actions in a playbook, and Ansible uses modules to execute them. It connects over SSH. This means no agent installation, no complex stuff. It is idempotent, so nothing changes unless it needs to. And with check mode, you can preview everything before it runs. In the end, Ansible turns manual work into clean automation designed to scale. If this video helped you to understand Ansible better, give me some feedback in the comments. I will appreciate it. Thanks for watching and see you in the next one.